Hello, and welcome to another exciting episode of
The English Couple.
Yes, the couple of English,
Nitwits.
something like that.
Lovely couple of people.
Peering out of our bird hide, high up on a tree, looking down on creation, and want to teach the people to. No, that's two different songs, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you did mash up
I
there.
mashed things. Welcome to another episode. I think, as we're going along, this is show 8. I think it's show 8. And we should say, don't be late watching show 8, because after show 8, we're going to take a little bit of a hiatus. We're off to the south of France, or Australia, or America, or nowhere in particular. No, we're not going anywhere, are we?
No.
But we are having a pause in our filming, mainly because we want to get ahead again. So we've got more episodes for you to see.
Or rather, we're pausing in the uploading of the episodes.
Yes.
So that we can do more filming.
Exactly.
That's
what
the
she
one.
said,
Yeah.
only with worms underneath. And in this episode, you will see some of this. So again, when we say that, we have no idea what's in this episode until it turns up.
Because we haven't filmed it yet.
But it will be in the episode, and make sure you watch it.
Yes.
In the meantime, what do you think of our little view out in the world? Pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it's rather cosy.
Let's hope we can get the blooming thing done. So here's a mad idea Julia and I have come up with.
It was your brainful idea, and I've had some more additions to it.
Yes, well, this is how we work together, and that's so good. So this area that we're in had those big brambles. If you remember in episode 1, there were these massive area of brambles, and because the roots are still in the ground and they're a pain in the neck and it'll take forever to clear, and we need to keep an eye on it. However, I said earlier, needed to pick up the apples. And
Yeah.
we just saw the apples, some of them that I picked up, and there's some really good ones. And we want more apple trees. So this might be a complete waste of time, but it's pouring with rain. You know, what else are you going to do? Just do something. Apples are dropping. Clearly it's a season that apples would be falling on the ground and potentially sowing. And so we thought, well, I initially thought, this is such an awful place.
Wasted spot, isn't it?
Wasted spot, take forever. But if we dig very lightweight holes, as Julia and I have been doing, Julia's just
cleaning up the debris.
Cleaning up the debris. If we do that, we're going to make a mini orchard, 10 plants. They may be a bit close together. We won't let them, I mean, if anything comes up, we won't let them grow big. We'll manage them. And if we put, as we have done, these bamboo canes in for the minute as markers, we'll know down there where they're going to come up.
Yeah.
That's the plan. Sorry about the rain and stuff on the lens. It's pissing it down.
Yeah, if you haven't noticed.
And then anything else that comes up we can pull up and kill off the roots. And Julia had this great idea. Hang on a minute. That doesn't really help, but never mind. Julia had this great idea of not using the leaf litter that's under the tree in case there are...
Or if any of the fungus and stuff, because some of the apples have been mold. Is it mold or rot?
Yeah, they've got spores on them and things, so we don't want any of that.
No.
But we have got some freshly mown grass.
Just sitting there, waiting to be used.
So we can pile that on top, mash it in with a bit of the mud, and who knows? If it doesn't work, nothing's lost. It's a sort of 5-minute gamble.
Yeah.
And we just keep an eye on it in the spring to see if any trees pop up. Who knows? But it does give us something in this space to look forward to.
Yeah. It's something to do in the rain, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just a good excuse to hang out in the rain.
Absolutely. We love the weather.
Mm.
So there we go. We've got 10 in there. Now, it's just as likely, excuse the comedy hat, it's just as likely that nothing will grow because We do know that the original tree was planted many years ago that came from a supermarket as a tree, and it's possible it's one of those F1 things. In other words, it's a single tree and none of the apples will actually germinate. We don't know, but for half an hour it's worth a try, isn't it, my darling?
Yeah. Got another one. Gonna sow some seeds in the polytunnel.
That's a good idea.
Just some backup.
Just so we can, just worth trying all these little things. And there'll be experts out there saying, no, that won't possibly work, that won't work. But, you know.
Well, we won't know until we've tried ourselves. It's
Yeah.
our lessons to learn and mistakes to make.
And the thing is, we know even if a plant comes up, we've got to wait a few years, haven't we, before it even fruits.
Yeah, I think it's up to 5 years before they might fruit.
But it looks nice to have something that looks like there's some professional work going on, even if it's a load of old rubbish. Now, some people might think this is a bit of a mad idea, and some people might think it's a genius idea. It's not my idea, it's actually Mark Byford, our friend, the Bowl Hat Farmer. And the idea is simply that we've got this, we've ordered and bought and brought up the track, a series of boards like this, which come off trees, as you can see. So these are the bits on a tree that normally, when you go to a sawmill, they chop off and then they basically throw them away or use them for firewood. As you can see, it's got a flat end one end and it's got the bark on the other. And we thought we would effectively use this for the walls as a sort of form of cladding. But, let me show you. Of course, it's got some of the bark and it's wibbly wobbly. So what we need to do is, with a circular saw, which I've just bought, is to draw the line either side so we cut off the wobbly bits so that we have straight edges and butt them together and then place them around the sides. Now, it's not going to be plain sailing because there's a lot of wibbly wobbly stuff going on, but I have thought, and I hope it's an ingenious way to get round this, which I shall explain once I get going. But first I need to get the generator on and I need to get the circular saw working and see if it will actually work and that we can cut this rather beautiful wood. As much as it will go. Oh. Well, now we are at a stage, as you've seen us using the circular saw, which has been an absolute brilliant investment. We've been sawing the planks because we need straight edges and putting them in position. And it's taken us a lot longer than we thought.
Yeah, almost an hour a plank at the moment, isn't it?
I know, we haven't quite got our work efficiency going.
Offer it up, measure it, cut it, bring it back, check it. Oh no, a bit more, take it back, chop it.
Can't see the pencil line because the wood is damp. We stayed overnight last night to try and get more, 2 days solid. and all we've got to show for it is the part of a wall.
5 little planks.
But we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
11 now.
11 up in total so far. And
Down 59 to go.
yeah,
No, not that much. 49.
we got the rest of this wall and obviously all the other walls, which is yet to do. And you may be saying, hang on a minute, you haven't got any crossbars. And that's true. We want to have a crossbar going right across here diagonally to hold it in. But I figured it would be better because of the knobbly wood and the way it works and how we've done it, to do these up first and then put the crossbar in to hold everything together.
Secure them all too.
Because we can then drill this to that. That's
Yes.
the theory.
That's the theory.
Yeah. But anyway, we're getting on with it. So, we spent a lot of time on each one of these to get them straight. So we put a line along the bottom as a straight line, then we find the shortest width
Thinnest bit.
that is not affected, and then we do another line so we have a straight plank, and then we cut them as you've seen, line them up, bung them on the workshop wall and drill them in position. And these are fantastic pieces of, what do you call them?
Timber offcut.
Timber offcuts. Marvellous. Except, we've just done one line like this, got it all nice and smooth.
It was the best line.
The best line, she says. Measured it, did the other line, got
Another beautiful line.
got the circular thing, got that going across, got the first bit off, did the second one, and we discovered, oh wait a minute, the blade hasn't gone all the way through, not because we hadn't operated the tool,
because it just
the wood was too thick. Too thick. So then we had a line, and we tried. Unless I've got a saw at home that will do it, but it's not here. It's at home, and that will go through it.
Yeah.
So we've had to abandon that one. It's just frustrating because it's a beautiful day and we want to get on.
Yeah.
But
it's a shame because if we'd had one of those straight saws with handle either end, we could have two-manned it through that way, but
oh yeah,
we don't.
ain't got one of those. But I have got one with one hand on it.
Oh yeah. That also would have done.
Because the bow saw, I thought, a bow saw, but the bow saw goes like that,
and it gets stuck.
it limits your amount that you can come this way. So anyway, so starting again on another one to do that. So this will be 2 hours for one plank, and then a cup of tea.
Definitely.
just thought I'd have a sit down for a moment and have a little quiet chat to you. Julia's not feeling terribly well, so she's just, a bit of a sore throat type thing or nasal thing. She'll be over it, 24-hour type, imagine. Bit of vitamin C, should be fine. This cabin building, I know people are going to watch this and go, I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have done it that way, and I definitely wouldn't have done that. Yes, and I think the future constructions, we will certainly think a lot harder about how we do it. However, speed has been of the essence. Utilising what we've got here has been a priority, because when you have a piece of land, money just goes out. It's like having a boat, it's just a money pit. You keep going, oh, well, we need to do this and we need to get that and we need to get something else. There are places like Facebook Marketplace, of course, which you can tout around and look for. We need things like paving slabs, some rubble, because everything's wet now, the ground is wet, so we need those sort of things. We've just bought some hedging trees, which we'll probably show you a bit later on. And of course we've had to buy certain bits for this, not least things for these drills, because I found that this is one of these hammer drills, and these bits just keep getting sheared. So in the end, I've had to buy a little pack of them, because as it hammers the screws in, it seems to just shear them. And you would think that they would be high tension steel, so that they wouldn't shear, that they would hold their thing. But I guess it's because it's very, very small bits of metal, and you're putting a lot of pressure on it. I don't know, but anyway. It is a bit gash at the moment, with lots of holes in there, as you can see behind, but we are making progress. I mean, for me, the essential thing is to get this encapsulated in what we're calling the slats, the outer skin, as much as we can. We're going to get some filler for all the gaps and fill up all the bits. It will be great. And then when there's a little wood burning stove in here, probably in that corner behind me there, with a chimney and everything, at least as we're now getting into the cold weather, because it's now November, and we'll at least be able to duck in here. That is the plan, if it all goes to it. But it is a very slow process, as you have seen. Lots of stuff with the circular saw, but the sense of achievement is brilliant. I just want to get these walls done so that the floor is protected from the rain, and then we'll get some sort of windows in, and I've got to make a door. Apart from that, there's loads of other things on the land to do.
In between all the building, we've been doing what we can to get seeds sown and growing and in the ground where we can. Now here, where of course I've got the pumpkins, which have indeed died off as we thought they would, and the onions flowering for seeds, in between them I've put 6 radishes. Only 2 of them have actually ended up coming up, and they were getting savaged by probably slugs and snails or something. So I've surrounded them in eggshells, which has been recommended, and they're doing much better now. I've also had to put little sticks in the ground so that we can see where they are and not pluck them with the weeds, which we're having problems with this bit, but that's another story for another time. Over here we've got our tobacco plants, the mapachu, I think that's how it's pronounced, and it's doing really well. It's a little bit floppy over here, could do with getting another cane and that, but we've had loads of seeds off it. It's still producing more seeds. Little seed pods. It's beautiful. They're absolutely gorgeous. I love them. They're very sticky, which is fascinating. That's obviously why the insects leave it alone generally. But yeah, lovely. Love them. Love these lovely things. And then over here, you'll remember not too long ago, we planted in broad beans, 2 different types. Oh, one of the sticks has fallen over. I'll pick that up in a minute. So I think I spaced these ones out a bit too much, really. I could have closed the gaps. So there's 10 in this side and about 15 that side. And lo and behold, we have some beans coming up. 1, 2, at least 2 on that line so far. And 1, 2, hang on a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 on this line. So, very excited. I'll be putting in sticks and putting in the structure for them to climb before long. It might be sticks, it might be wire, not sure yet. And taking other, putting other little things in, like I'm not sure if they will want some wool around their roots and stuff, which if there's nothing to say, oh, don't do that, then I'll probably do that anyway. So happy with that. But yes, next, over this way, we have our 3 lovely peas doing very well. Little one's taken over, reached up to the 3rd rung now, so they're doing marvellously. I think they're happy with their little wool sock. Probably going to redo this thing at some point, obviously using these strings that are on it, but I'll make it better. I have indeed planted, sown about another 10 or more seeds, peas, and like 6 of them have come up. 4 are ready to go in the ground, so I'm hoping to do that today. Need to, really. So, but yeah, so it's all exciting. We'll go in the polytunnel and show you what's there. So, you might remember I had sown some cabbage in here, about 15 of them. They didn't come up, sadly, but some other seeds had been dropped on top, and those came up. We have 2 lovely radishes now, so they're looking great. And I'm reluctant to put them in the ground yet because the others have been savaged. I need to bring a load more eggshells to crush up around them to give them a good start. We've also got this lovely little butter bean. Look, it's just an off chance we thought we've got a butter bean. Let's stick it in, and yeah, it's doing nicely. This one, little French bean, mystique. Very cute. It's not really the right season for it, but it's come up. So we're looking after it best we can. Someone's been at my spinach. I think these are spinach anyway. They've come up in where I sowed the spinach, so I need to double check what they look like at this age. But I think they are. They look like spinach leaves to me, apart from the long spindly bit. But all of these have been benefiting from the nettle juice fertiliser we've been making, which Richard is getting a lovely whiff of right where he's standing.
I am, yes. It's going right up my nostrils.
It smells delightful, I can tell you. That's a dirty laugh. And we've also got, here's the other peas that have come up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I only planted 8 more, but 6 of them have come up. 4 are ready to go in, so shortly after lunch I'll get these prepared for the ground prepared for these.
I said earlier, Julia wasn't feeling terribly well. How are you doing?
I'm all right. It's just been a while since I've had a bit of a head cold.
It's one of those sort of, they creep up on you, don't they? But sometimes you don't know if it's going to last a long time or if it's a 24-hour thing and it's gone the next day.
I was telling it, it's not happening.
It's not happening.
But sadly, my nose disagrees.
Vitamin C,
Yes.
that's a good thing.
That's exactly it. I've not taken vitamin C for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, me too. And
I've done it to myself.
How's your bacon sandwich? We've just had some bacon sandwiches.
It's a bit crispier than I had hoped.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's all right.
The workshop is
Slowly coming together, isn't it?
Slowly coming together, and it's Julia goes off and says, "I'm going to make some bacon sandwiches or something." And I say, "Oh, yeah, great. Hold on a minute. I just got to." So unfortunately, it got a bit crispier. We have visitors, don't we?
We do.
We have mentioned them in the past, but we seem to be gathering many more of these.
We didn't realise how many of them actually do conglomerate together. Well, that's not the right wording, but whatever.
Yeah.
They do gather together. But it's lovely. We're getting more up close and personal, although not terribly up close and personal, but more so than ever have done with these lovely birds.
Yes. Fezzy.
Yeah, Fezzy and his ladies.
Fezzy and his clan. He's got
like 17
hiring.
girls.
I know, it's just outrage.
There's probably quite a few of them are probably from this year's hatchlings, I guess, but I don't know. Sort of never been able to observe them this closely before, but this cabin has been here so long that they're all so used to it. It's part of the environment as such. Even I'm not sure which little birds come in. It might be some of the robins, but I did catch a little robin in here earlier. I stepped in. I'd left the door open by mistake. Stepped in and I realised there was something flapping around over there. It's usually a wasp or something, and I usually just cajole it out.
It's a great little hide, isn't it? In terms of an animal hide.
Perfect.
Because of all the windows, we can sort of spy out on a bit of the land.
But we were sitting here the other day with the door open, weren't we? And just having a little break.
Yeah.
And then you glanced across and you went, oh, look, there's Fezzy. And I leaned forward and I was like, oh yeah, there he is. And behind him and around him were 3 or 4 females just foraging, just doing their natural, normal behaviour as if no one was around.
Yeah.
I mean, he did have his eye half on us. He was like, oh, I know you're there. Just ignore us, or stay in there and we'll ignore you. But then as I sat back in my chair and I realised from my angle I could see another 11 or more.
Well, it was amazing how many that there were, and
all females. Those ones.
And earlier today, I went to get another slat to put on the thing, and there were 3 males together.
3 males. As we arrived, there were 2 in the lane.
And it was like they were at a sort of out for a jolly, sort of. Come on, we'll leave the ladies and we'll go out and do a bit of a jolly, a pub crawl or a tree crawl or whatever it is they do.
Yeah.
Which was highly entertaining.
Yeah.
Because they saw me and then they just sort of went, oh, better keep out of his way. His Lord of the Manor has just come round, we'll stay well clear in case. But they don't seem to be too disturbed by us.
No, they've become accustomed to our presence at the very least. But it's interesting because I'm assuming that where this place had been, left to wild basically for so many years with the occasional visit, it must have, it's become a haven for them because no one can touch them here. And we're certainly not going to.
As long as they keep off our broad beams.
Yeah, exactly. Otherwise, those eggs might start getting appealing.
Yes.
Anyway.
The other thing that...
Because I thought at first, we were having deer coming in.
Oh, yeah.
Because I could see little signs, pathways and things in the long grasses and everything. But I now don't think there was any kind of deer coming on here. I think it's all been pheasants. There's so many of them. They've created all these little pathways, very, very faint ones, but you can, for the observable eye, for the astute eye, whatever.
Yes, have you got an astute eye? I've got a missing eye, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
The other thing I was going to say is, because we've had a lot of rain, and that's hindered us coming onto the land a bit, or hindered us what we could do.
Yeah.
However, it's interesting watching the pond. Because the pond now is, it's almost a swimming pool.
Yeah, it's not full by any means, but it's a good, 7 to 8 inches in depth.
And my thoughts were, I know it's not ready, really, and in order to get the next layer of clay on there, we need it empty again, so that we can put in a good sort of 6 inches of clay, good quality clay, and I'm told that we need to go a bit deeper so that... fish or toads or
wildlife
can really get down and avoid the winter. But
aquatic life.
But what was I going to say now? I've just lost my train of thought.
That.
Go on.
Deeper, wider, shallower. I know that sounds crazy, but shallow around the edges and deeper in the middle, and layers. So like substrate layers underneath the clay.
Yes.
Ideally, but this is first first kind of mock-up of pond.
But of course, I just remember what it was, and I was thinking, with all this rain, we will be wanting that water in the spring, and as there's no water supply here, we ought to be decanting the water that's there while we've got it into those blue tubs that are hanging. Clean them up, make sure they're nice and clean, and decant them that way.
I have used the pond water for the first time today to water the plants.
Oh, well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, lovely.
The little touch of the nettle soup
Ah, yes.
fertiliser.
Mm.
So yeah, they seem to be enjoying that.
So we nip down to another nursery. So we haven't got the furniture quite yet. Here he is. Crackle of the fire, and also it's actually very modern.